Alright, so I'm just gonna record shit that people like, that I see people doing wrong constantly and that they generally just refuse to understand. Shit like not approaching and like how to punish certain things that people don't realize are punishable, and combo runs that people don't actually realize are better to go for than others even though they do less damage. So this is Hawk Hollywood. He also plays the character, and he specifically played against Dex and CEO Taco, or what the fuck was its name?
Yeah, CEO Taco.
Yeah, played against Dex, and in the middle of the set, I started spamming him on WhatsApp with ways to actually beat Whole Horse. He pulled up his phone and briefly started doing better, but he didn't know what I actually meant by the things that I told him. So I'm gonna mostly go over those things now.
Yep.
So alright, one thing that I saw you do versus Whole Horse is after Whole Horse rolls, right, and he does his 5A, which is 3 frames. It's the equivalent of
he would do 2A, but I think it's the same frame data.
2A, 5A, they're both like 3 or 4 frames, it doesn't matter. He is invincible basically after his roll. And his invincibility stops at the moment he presses a button. And the button is really fast, so you have to perfectly medium. And his roll's really fast, so you can't perfectly medium with a good move that's active and will beat his normal.
Does DIO have any active moves like that?
2A is like 3 frames active.
Let me pull up the super combo wiki.
I know all of his frame data from like memory.
Nerd.
No, it's just that I had to write it all.
Oh yeah, that's right, you did write
because
the
I'm
whole
retarded.
fucking wiki, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Loser. Fucking calling me nerd for writing shit down and then you pulling up that exact fucking list.
Alright.
But
2A is active for 3 frames.
Yeah.
5C for 4.
Yeah, 5C
2B
is
for
good
4.
because it reaches very far and is kind of active, but the thing is, if it whiffs, it whiffs. And even
maybe dash back 60.
That's usable, but that's not really great. The shit I'm gonna show you is way better. So if you roll into me as DIO, can you do it? I can reliably meet you because you as DIO have only 2 frames in which you're invincible, which is the standard, and it basically doesn't change almost anything. But if you are go Whole Horse, I'll just be able to show it. If you're Whole Horse, my 2A, as a reaction, will not actively meet you every single time. Will not reliably meet you every single time.
Okay, yeah.
So, there's this little trick you can do is, I'll pressure you with 2A, 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 right? And I want you to roll out of it. No, wait. This is a really good way to meet people.
Oh.
You can do empty jump roll. You can go for anything. Another thing you can do is just put a rug out under them and make them push block something that's not coming, and do this. And another way, which is the most reliable way to deal with it on reaction, let's say I do this, I see you roll into me, I just do 8 times 2A. 8 times is not the only way to do it, but you want an amount that you can reliably count. I have just decided to do 8, sometimes 9, sometimes 6, but you want to be able to count it, so that way you're able to actually react to the last 2A and then combo off it. And if he's standing, you basically get your meter back. And if he's crouching, you want to just end it into 2C so you can get Oki. Because Oki actually works on a Whole Horse most of the time.
I was gonna say, I didn't think it would work, but either Tex was all cracked out on fucking Vivance, which is possible.
Yeah, I saw you drop it because you were full on mashing it, and you can't really count as fast as you're mashing. You can know afterwards how many hits you did, but it's unnecessarily hard to process it for what, 5 more damage? 5 more damage is the equivalent of like this. This does exactly 5 damage on most characters. So what you would rather do is do like roll into me. Alright, you guard cancel that. That's another part, another thing that I'm gonna be talking about in a sec, but roll. You basically want to hold up and forward and press JA. If they didn't push block it or they rolled right into it. And right now I'm playing on widescreen, so most of the things I'm doing I'm gonna be misinputting because that's how that's not how I play, and I kind of misinput things for no reason when I'm playing on widescreen. But generally, you wanna be able to stand in a range where you can do 6xc or this or stuff like this. And when he rolls into you, roll into me, he won't really get anything off 2A. And when he rolls into you, you want to be in a range where your tandem, roll into me, where your tandem is going to be on top of him.
Oh yeah, like that.
If I'm standing way too close, like this, roll, that's not what I meant to do. Alright, I've never had that happen, maybe because I'm telling you to roll. But usually when you tandem and you roll through your tandem, sometimes it's gonna fall out. On Devo, that's actually not a problem because you still combo him while he's crouching and the tandem is going the other way for some reason because Devo is just that wide. But versus Whole Horse, you get like the guard break and you're safe, but you waste the bar basically for like 2 damage. That's one thing. And then when you get full screen, which is a lot of this matchup, you're gonna be like at this range. He's gonna be trying to throw shots at you, like 2, 3, 6. That's basically a JC you should be doing over it. If he decides to stop doing that and throwing S bullets, you mash S4A, because that's the fastest way of building meter. If he decides to start throwing S bullets, you can react to it in super. And if he decides to do some funny business with dash 2C into glass or dash 2C into anything, you can watch out for it and threaten him with knives, because 2C into glass is punishable. Glass in general is just punishable on reaction. And the way you can punish it is, how do you think you'd punish it? Like if you do glass at this range, how would you punish it?
By knives?
Yeah, but just grounded knives like this, right?
Yeah.
Wrong. Do it. Fuck. Fuck. This, basically. This is the fastest way knives can get to your opponent from full screen.
Really?
Yeah, because you're taking the momentum of DIO, which is already faster. And while you're inputting knives, you are getting closer, faster than the knives themselves would travel.
Yeah.
And on top of that, stand-on knives also start up further down the screen. So you usually guarantee yourself that those knives.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Wait. Alright, do air knives real quick. That was in my face instantly. Oh shit! It's a huge difference.
It's a huge difference.
Right.
I've even punished bullet with that.
Now wait, let me see. I know there's do you know how many versions of air knives there are there? There's like
3.
2, right? 3.
I'm not sure. I don't use any of the versions, honestly. This is the far version. No, yeah, there's 3. This is the far version, I think.
Usually I use the macro, like the ABC macro.
Yeah, this is the closed version. Yeah, me too.
Macro does that. So wait.
Macro is like the medium.
BC? Oops.
BC is close.
BC is the close, yeah. I'll do, well, the macro would be the same as doing AB.
AB is also close.
That's not air knives.
So AB and BC are close, I think, and AC are far.
Yep, those are AB. So gotta be AC or the macro. That's not.
BC are also close.
Yep.
Do the macro and I'll do AC.
Okay. That's it. That's macro.
Yeah, that's definitely the farthest direction. So you would want to do AC knives. I just in order to be faster and not have that in my mind while I'm trying to punish something that's already hard to punish, I just do the macro because it's way faster in my mind. But if you can make it a habit, which this character is really based on having good habits, you'll react faster naturally and you'll be able to punish it more reliably. That's what I found for myself.
That is huge, actually. The air knives going farther is huge.
Another thing I found is, I've been talking about this for a while, but I found a way to actually make it reliable, is this. Wait. So basically, if you do this route, into air move this into JB,
yeah,
and you give yourself a way to time it, which my way of timing it is the way I mash it. I count how many times I mash ABC. On the perfect, I get a perfect timing for my landing. So I go ABC, ABC, wait, ABC, ABC, wait. And I do that 5 times, and on the 5th time, instantly after I mash for the 5th time ABC, ABC, I press A twice, and it combos.
Okay. Like, I just mash A.
I start mashing A, and the moment I start mashing A, I'm already grounded. I mash ABC while I'm in the air. So ABC, 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 ABC. So I go in my head 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then I'm grounded instantly right afterwards. Which is also the way I time this. Fuck. Against the AI it's hard because the fucking AI is moving. Can you get in game?
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah. The way I time my tandem link, which I don't cancel into tandem instantly. I do it a little bit delayed just because I don't want to have the pressure of having to cancel dashing 2A into tandem instantly. I link it with this. And the way I do it is for example, I can mash 8 times, 8 reps in a tandem right now because I'm rusty.
Yeah.
After the 8th rep, I instantly do dash 2A. If I do any less reps, I usually miss it. So if I do
That's
this,
what I do pretty much.
And you want to find timing for yourself that way, and you want to squeeze in as many tandem reps as humanly possible, like this. And if I'm to just do it raw, see, it didn't link. So I don't focus on that part as much as on this part, because this makes it way more reliable. Especially on characters like Black Polnareff, who are really skinny. He's like the skinniest character in the game, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Avdol's second. And another thing, can you switch to Avdol real quick? I think you have the F3 button at your disposal. Yeah, dashing 5A also works, but I find dashing 2A
it falls out on...
We
like,
got soft lock, by the way. Yeah. It's soft locked again. If you get that in rank, by the way, you're kind of fucked. I've had that happen before.
You said Abdul.
Avdol, or there was another character too. Oh, SDO, but he had the opposite issue. So with SDO, when he's crouching, I don't know if many of you need this, but if SDO is crouching and he's put into hit stun, his hit stun hurt boxes are identical to his standing. So you can combo him while he's standing. Avdol has something similar going on. When he's standing up, he is the second skinniest character in the game. His push box is bigger than his hurt box. So he is really skinny. When you go stand on, he gets way bigger, and he's actually pretty fat. And this leg right here sticks out a little bit. So can you stand up and not block? You can see I can hit him from pretty far.
Yeah.
But if I do this, see, my second 2A is whiffing at the range where it hits the first time, like this.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, what happens is, in stand on, his hit stun stand on hurt boxes are identical to his stand off hurt boxes. So his stand on hurt boxes, while being hit, are identical to his stand off while he is standing. What that means is he becomes skinnier and he becomes shorter, which means that if you go stand on, wait, that's not what I meant to do. Great. This will fall out quite a lot against him because he gets skinny enough to go under one of the hits. And it will uncombo.
That works because I was in the corner.
Yeah, unless you damage him beforehand, you do not want to go into SJA into Ermudas instantly right away because it will fall out, and if he mashes DP, he either gets a DP, Ankh, which is like the best super in the game, or it goes into DP. DP, Ankh, or guard cancel. Also, there's a lot of things you can abuse versus some stand-on characters who like to dash into you during pressure. Can you go, Polnareff? And you know Polnareff stand-on confirm, right?
Yeah.
SJB dashing 2A. Go for it against me as pressure. Yeah. Go for it on me in pressure. Wait. Wait. No, just jump into me and then do your confirm. You can do this to deny. Dash in right afterwards, and you'll dash right into this.
Okay, I see what you're trying to do now.
Wait.
Fuck, hold on. Oh shit! That's so sick. That's so sick.
You can do that against New Cat, but it's not as reliable after his stand on dash up. After his overhead, which is not really reliable, but it's a thing you can abuse. And since he's a long gauge character, you want to have his stand gauge already damaged a bit. There was something else I wanted to say about Paul, but I kind of forgot what it was. Can you go DIO? Because there's a few things in the DIO mirror that I want to mention that a lot of people don't know at all. So a lot of newer players, they decide to just pressure each other with 2-on-4 because it's safe on block against DIO. Since, can you pressure me 2-on-4? Since it's safe, I cannot guard cancel this or I die. I lose the round if I guard cancel this, right? So
no, not true.
A lot of people, I mean, usually against a good player, if he is anticipating it.
Like, do it. Oops.
See, you're either gonna get hit or you're gonna do guard cancel that should essentially get you killed. So a lot of people go crazy, they jump in the middle of their pressure. Here's what you can do about it. Can you pressure me in standoff? This. If you see DIO jump at all, you do 3 success and you're guaranteed to hit a stand instantly. Unless they're intentionally doing JA early, which you're doing right now. But in general, yeah, if you do it early, you can beat 2-on-4, 236S, which is the hard counter to it, but you would still rather not go for it when you can do shit like this. You can bait people into rolling while you're in their face, which is the preferred way you will open DIO up.
Yeah.
Another thing that I saw you doing wrong is, let's say I'm in this range where we're at right now, right?
Yeah.
And I know you're horse and you want to do, let's say, 5C. So you whiff something. I land this normal. So if you don't block, I land this normal.
Shit, my bad.
from max range, like perfectly max range. That does not go into much. It goes into this. It doesn't go into dashing stand 2B because you hit it quite high up. What do you go for? In most situations, you would want to go for this, which is extremely reliable. Yeah, you just go straight into it because this is extremely versatile. It will always work. at the max pixel perfect range and versus the most disjointed character, this will always combo, even from really high up. So in general, I usually forego the extra 20 damage I get from that confirm for the reliability of this.
That makes sense.
And a lot of people don't realize that. It's actually insane how reliable this is, considering it's a normal that basically goes half screen almost. Like this normal doesn't. You can't just play around this normal too easily as many characters, just because of how far it goes and how big it is. One weakness it does have is it's only active for 1 frame, so you have that 1 frame to hit it perfectly. Which is where this normal comes in, SJB. This normal serves a completely different purpose. So look at this. This is really long, does a lot of damage, but it's not very active. So it's a good tool to keep people the fuck away from you, right?
Yeah.
But if you see someone jumping into you constantly and you can't reliably anti-air him because this is like 10 frames, you can opt for this. Can you jump into me? This. This is legitimately your best anti-air, and I am not even kidding. Its hitbox basically goes up to DIO's shoulders, and it's also disjointed forward. It is extremely reliable, and the difference is, basically if you look at SJA, which has a pretty bad hitbox and starts up in I think 3 frames, this has a disjointed hitbox, so it has really high priority. It will genuinely anti-air Shadow DIO reliably, unlike most normals in the entire game, because LOL no legs. And it's only 1 frame slower than SJA. And it also does 1 point less damage than SJC, so it's basically the best of both worlds.
Okay.
So this is the most versatile normal this character has. I actually believe that. You can jump in with it, you can jump away with it, you can anti-air with it, you can even approach with it against some characters. Which is also really important against Midler, because a lot of people cry about Midler being able to jump into them, but then you can abuse this normal to actually anti-air.
Yeah, okay.
Do not use it against Devo though, you'll lose. You don't anti-air Devo. Just push
like his JC thing?
Yeah, push block him and run away. Because that way, if he's jumping in and you stand off, he's either stupid or his doll is pretty far away, in which case you want to have the doll as far away from you as possible. Well, what did you want to say? Because I cut you off.
Like, in those kind of matchups where, like, this is not, like, the best, because, like, I want to stay standoff mostly. Like, Midler sometimes won't ref.
Honestly, against Midler...
I focus so hard on doing 2B.
Yeah, and into 2-3 success, because it makes it a lot safer. And sometimes it can even hit. And if someone's jumping over you, jump over me. Oftentimes, it can autocorrect. The 2-3 success can actually save you from whiffing your anti-air.
It's helped me when I try to anti-air the 5C.
Yeah.
And, like I'll do like delay to cancel.
Yeah. This is another combo route that people should actually learn to go for. It's not of #1 priority, but it is worth knowing. I do it a lot versus Vanilla Ice because of the specific range you play at, which is the range where 660 hits, but 2-3 success whiffs. Most people, I assume, have that situation too. It's nice to be able to squeeze out that extra 20 damage out of it, and it's honestly not that hard. It's an 8-frame link. Wait. Would you mind me trying it? I haven't done it in like 3 months.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like
there we go.
You can do a lot more of it. You don't want to go down that route. It's not worth it. You're gonna have to tandem cancel. A route that I found is this. And then you link it with 660.
Oh, I see.
But honestly, not worth it. Don't bother.
your flexion.
So that's another. Yeah, but even then, you'd rather go for cooler shit. One more thing that I wanted to mention.
I want to mention real quick about that route. It's really important versus ice, because if you get that Rekka knockdown, it takes him back to stand off.
Yeah, and he's basically forced to not mash S2B, STC. Another thing, you mentioned anti-airing Chaka, right? Can you F3 to Chaka? I want to show something specific that a lot of dumbass Chakas do, which you can punish them for. When you're anti-airing Chaka with dashing 5C to 2-3 success, they tend to tech back into you and try to jump in again. So, can you jump into me for me to anti-air you?
Yeah.
They tech back right into you. Can you do it in standoff? Like, go into standoff? In the air, yeah, like that. Alright. And then a lot of DIO players return standoff instantly, and then Chaka will attack into them. And then they'll do dashing 5C again. And they'll get jumped in out into a full combo. The way you prevent that, can you jump into me again? Right? Yes. It's so easy, but it's a good habit to have. When you do this and you anti-air him with it, stay stand down for a second, just to make sure he doesn't tech into you. And if he does it again, 5C just works infinitely. If he keeps teching back into you, that's like 15 damage you're getting for free.
And if you get a read on a tech back or forward, then you can dash.
Yeah,
do the same move.
But it's honestly not even that necessary. The thing that Pablo does a lot is he rolls, and then he guard cancel buffers on his roll. Just stand them. Just honestly, just stand them, and they'll get mad enough soon enough to stop doing it.
I didn't even try it. Like I wasn't even thinking about teching down, but you just punished my tech down with the 5C like twice in a row.
Yeah. That you just want to always be ready with 5C when you stand off, and when you stand on, and he stand on as well, because his stand on jump is actually possible to deal with 5C.
Oh, whip punished.
Unlike his stand on jump. And if you don't want to commit to anything, you can anti your Chaka with 5B. It's not 100% reliable, but it's reliable enough to be worth going for. So if you have a life lead, you go for 5B. If you don't have a life lead, you can poke at him with this. But watch out, because you can dash back and buffer super, see you do it, press macro, and you will super. And you will eat that super, because it's actually not that hard to do. I've done similar stuff with Black Polnareff. That's basically it, what I wanted to say about Chaka. One thing in DIO mirrors that I see happen a lot is when you land this knockdown and you go into this, there's a lot of things wrong with it. Can you actually go DIO? Because there's quite a bit of things that I want to mention about that round in particular. If you should obviously know which characters you should be going for. You should be going for. You should know which characters against you should be going for this. And this is the way that most people do it. They jump and they turn stand off. I don't like it. I prefer just doing this because it's way faster. It allows you to...
that's what I do. You can get on more characters that way.
Yeah, you can do it on ice. Another thing is if you do it like this on rubber, and then you decide, oh, I want to meaty tandem him actually. You get a Maha tandem. That's bad because you don't get any rows. You can't do anything with that tandem. It becomes basically useless.
Oh yeah,
so this is way better.
That's right. It forces you into your standing normals.
Yeah. So you'd much rather do this. So can you knock me down and then go for the overhead on Dioki?
Oh yeah.
You can punish it on block if you're looking for it. So if you're blocking high, keep that in mind. You can punish it. The way you do it is you push block it once or twice, and then you wait for Dio to land, and on his landing you hit him.
Wait, do that again. I want to see that again. Do that again. Oh shit. Shit. Oh! Yes. Nice.
This is the correct way to do it. I usually just
I
do it with a
once, and I
short
couldn't get
hop.
the punish, so you gotta push block twice there.
Yeah, if you think they'll go for it, you can delay your overhead or just do low because low is way safer. Or if you expect them to try and punish it, honestly, try something safer like this. Do it a bit later, a bit earlier, so that they'll fuck up their push block timings, or they'll push block only the 2-3-6 away. Also, you tried in this type stop glitch because I wanted to say a few things about that too.
Okay.
You know most
let me
of
go.
them.
Let me go. Someone you can actually time stop glitch.
Mariah, you cannot time stop glitch. Just a quick rundown. You cannot time stop glitch Mariah. You can time stop glitch Midler, although it's extremely hard. It's like 3 frames or something. Even SQ confirmed it for me.
Yep.
You cannot time stop either of the Josephs, either of the Kakuans, or either of the Dios. Everyone else is time stop glitchable, including Iggy. And there is a combo route for him, but it's really weird. You want to do
there's a couple
2B,
harder links.
2B. Yeah, there's a couple of ways to do it. I'll actually won't name them off now. I might do a video on that as well, but I'm kind of busy right now. That's why I just
there's
sat
a couple
down.
ways you could do it too, and the same routes work on some of the shorter crouching characters.
And you can also do it in the corner. However, you need to be pixel perfect on the HP. You need to know exactly how much HP the enemy character has. Like to the very last point.
There we go.
Yeah. So how you do it, you can't get a perfect, obviously, and you need about 4 bars and 3/4 if you're gonna combo into it. The way that I usually set it up for myself is I go for 2 meter build combos on hit, which builds me meter, and if it's able to put them down to the exact amount of HP they need to be at for me to time stop glitch. Now there's a lot of oddities with it, mainly that Vanilla Ice and Jotaro, if time stop glitch while airborne, will be completely invincible.
Hit me a couple more times, like 2 jabs. That's gonna kill.
Ice and Jotaro, if time stop glitched while airborne, will be completely invincible during the time stop glitch. I even have a clip of me hitting it against some guy who was just doing air auras for some reason at full screen away. I knife him and I time stop glitch him, and he basically just lays down on the ground, and if Jotaro's head is straight down, if he's laying on his back and you can't see his head, that's the one frame at which he's completely invincible to time stop glitch or any hits at all. He does not have a hurt box or a push box during that time. You cannot do anything to fix that outside of just comboing into your time stop glitch properly. Another thing, if you're going for it, is... Wait, let me knock you down. Well, he woke up, yeah, he woke up way too fast. We shouldn't have gone ice. But whatever, if you have him knocked down during time stop glitch, sometimes your 2A will whiff. That happens mostly against, let me check who it was. It was Polnareff, Shaka, and Black Polnareff, I think. So what you want to do is you want to go stand on and mash your macro or your A button, because that will give you this, which will kill them. Since S2A hits them, guaranteed, it hits very close to the ground. And then them being put in hit stun will stand them up, so anything honestly works. Even this will come out and hit them, and it will usually kill. But you honestly want to do it with as much meter as possible, just so you can go for this, which is the easiest way to actually kill them, which is dashing 2C or 2C into air mutas and then just mash buttons in their face. Because that'll do enough damage to basically just kill them. Because how the time stop glitch works, and Gary's confirmed this for me, is when they stand up, when they start standing up for the second round and they're stopped, you see their HP going up to heal them up to be able to play in the second round with full HP, right? The time stop glitch basically stops that health regeneration, and you want to do as much damage as they had HP at the time that the time stop glitch went live, if that makes any sense. So you still want to do as much damage as possible, but it's not 1 HP to just kill them. You cannot just touch them once and kill them. You want to do as much damage as possible within that time frame.
Yep. Sometimes one hit will be enough.
Oftentimes
one hit will be enough. You got lucky.
On slower
you got lucky and their health didn't go up that far. Yep.
It's not even about luck that as much as knowing which character it is. Rubber, for example, tends to heal up quite a bit. Jotaro as well. Who else? Polnareff, yeah. He is also really unreliable to go for time stop glitches on as well, honestly. Sometimes he just doesn't want to get time stop glitched, I've noticed, but that might just be me messing it up.
Might just be you.
Can you have 3? There is... What else is there that I wanted to say? Oh yeah, the most important thing. You are not playing a rushdown character. Now let me explain why. Yeah, that's a perfect example. You are not a rushdown character, because what do rushdown characters do? They get in your face. But why do they get in your face? Because they want to mix you up. Tell me one mix-up that's safe for DIO. Like fully safe to go for. When I'm like, consider me +8 in your face. I've basically just landed this on block in your face. I'm plus and I'm right in your face. What are you most scared of? Grab? You're gonna kill me if I grab you. Overhead? You're gonna anti-air me if I do an instant overhead. Usually. Low? All I have is lows. You're gonna be blocking low. There's nothing that I can safely go for except for like this on like 3 characters or 4.
Oh, I thought that would work.
It could if you're really on point. Where does DIO function at its peak, at its best? Right over here. This is where you're strongest at. Wanna know why? Approach me. Just walk back. Eventually, I'm just gonna do this into some sort of unblockable. And then combo you and run away again, because I have really strong normals for kicking you the hell away from me. This is really strong for doing that. This is the B, the jump out. And then this is the B, the dash up. This is the anti-air, people running right into you. And DIO is really exploitable on pressure because he is extremely easy to guard cancel. Since, yes, he has stagger, but this 2-3 success is probably the hardest part of him to guard cancel, and some people can actually react to it. This, you should never be doing that. That's a guaranteed guard cancel, no matter what. Yeah, you can only follow it up with a low or an instant overhead, and both of those options are either easy to guard cancel or really easy to beat in general. Another thing is that people are really scared of getting rolled into. You shouldn't be. You cannot grab them, but you still have all of the universal mechanics that all of the characters can abuse, which is movement and meaties and tandem, or slash supers for some other characters, which can beat rolls. So if you roll into me, I can go on one side.
Oh shit, I got schmixed. I blocked that time.
Yeah. If you block and after the third two-way you roll, then I can show off what the whole meta is with rolls, because a lot of people don't understand it. This is the only mix-up you should go for, and it's still pretty dangerous because you will get guard cancelled quite a lot while going for it. You can either end up on one side or the other, jump, or tandem, and I wanted to explain a few more things about tandems, but you basically want to stand at a range where they'll be right on top of you as they roll, and you have to move only a tiny bit to switch up the sides. You can also just jump backwards to beat out any lows after roll, like Devo likes to do that. Wait.
Okay.
And with unblockable tandems, this is your only actual mix-up you can go for. So if you land this normal on them and they do not push block it, you're in their face, you're tandeming, they're getting unblockable 100% of the time. Try to escape this. Wait. If I can tandem. What the hell's going on?
Hello?
What?
Alright.
Your success rate of escaping this is gonna be quite low. If they do decide to push block it, they can jump out of it or just block it because you won't be in time to hit them instantly with JA. What do you do at that point? Well, then it becomes a mix-up. And the mix-up is, do I dash up and do a delayed overhead, which is the fastest an overhead can come, or do I prevent them from doing anything and I just hit them with a low right before my tandem even arrives at them? So, like this. That wasn't quite what I meant, but like that. So I'm gonna jump, and after I land, I'm gonna just do this. Yeah. That's the thing that a lot of characters can do. That was actually another part I was gonna mention. A lot of characters can beat you outright for it, so keep that in mind. Black Polnareff can tune for AA it. You can play around it, of course, by canceling your tandem or doing a super right after. So if I were to expect you to do that, I could do this. Alright, we're gonna do the same thing again.
Okay.
Right.
Oh shit.
Fuck, I fucked it up. I can basically go tandem into knives, which is really advanced, really stupid, not very practical, but it's a way you can save yourself from eating a super. See? It's completely safe, and usually it will even beat out the super if it doesn't have instant iframes. So that's the thing you can go for, but the basic meta behind the unblockable tandem is you land a normal, which if they don't push block, they get put into a shitty situation. If they do push block, they have to guess. And based on that guess, they can either get out, get hit, or hit you. For 1 bar. So that's why you should be running away and making sure you have about 2 bars to get in and get out safely. And that's also the only time you should be approaching. You don't have a life lead, don't worry about it. Just build meter. You don't need to have a life lead to stay the fuck away from people. You are not forced to go in at any time. It's your choice whether you want to get in or not. If I don't feel like pushing in, I don't have to. You can either decide to also build meter, which pretty much no character in the game's meter bar down below is going to be as threatening as DIO's. You can decide to threaten them by building about 3 meter and just getting close to them. What are they going to do? You're going to tandem into them? You have 2 meters. A tandem to you is almost worthless right now. You can do a lot with tandems as DIO. That's why you should always keep at least 2 meters on you. 1 meter to spend and 1 meter to have in your back pocket once you spend the first bar. That's the rule that I like to go by, unless I'm trying to catch someone off guard by approaching before that. But that's generally the meta game behind most of your meter management in general cases, like in DIO mirrors or versus whole horse. You want to keep at least 2 bars on you, and you want to threaten people to approach you by building meter. And that's basically most of what I wanted to say, unless you have something to say as well.
No? No, I'm
one last thing actually.
On my head right now. Okay.
Go CAC.
Okay, can we?
If he places a net, you generally don't really want to push into it, because if you hit it during its release, it's going to be really hard to time.
It's
If he's releasing it and you hit it while it's releasing, you will hit it, but it will still catch you. The best way to deal with nets in general is this string right here. It's not good because nothing is truly good against nets, but it's the best you can do. See, that's exactly what I was talking about. You released it while I was hitting it. So I hit it, made collision with it, yeah, like that. But I still got hit. Your best way is either a jump normal that's gonna land instantly, like very deep, so you land right after you hit it, or a fast normal into an active normal, which is basically anything into S5B. And you want to do it as fast as possible in case he presses a button after he releases his net, like this.
Oh yeah, I was mashing there and it got me.
And you want to do it as far away from him as possible in the hopes that if you get hit by the net, you will drop his combo. Unlikely, but you still want to have that little bit of a smaller advantage for him. Because this game, very rarely in this game do you get put in situations where you're guaranteed to win. It's usually 90% of the time you win. And 10% of the time, miraculously, your opponent messes up or makes the wrong choice and gets out. So at any point, you're doing anything, you want to think about, am I making my chances of success as high as possible and his as low as possible? If that makes any sense. Well, that was basically most of it. And one last thing, you're not a rushdown character. Stop playing like you're a rushdown character. You're not. Remember that. So that was basically it. I'm out. You got anything else to say?
No.
Well, that was basically it.
Yeah.